Hey guys, today I'm going to walk you through how to make the tried and true method of 3-2-1 ribs. First, of course, I'm cooking with Cowboy. I'm using lump and some wood chunks. I'll talk to you about those in a bit. I like to light my charcoal in the chimney until it ashes over, and then I dump it in and add a little bit more of that lump charcoal right on top. Today we're using hickory wood. I also like to use a chunk of pecan and a chunk of cherry. To start with your ribs, you've got to use St. Louis style ribs for this 3-2-1 method. And if you see any big fat pockets on top, I like to go ahead and cut those out because nobody wants to take a big bite of rib and get nothing but fat. So just clean those up just a bit. Then on the back side, you're going to see some more flat back here. Again, I don't like to leave that on when I'm cooking my ribs, so I just trim that off. You can save that up. You can cook it up in a stew or in a Filipino adobo. Lots of things you can do with that. Throw it on the smoker too if you like. Also probably going to be some excess fat on the back here. Same thing, you just want to trim that off because again, when you take a bite of your ribs, you want to taste that beautiful smoked meat. You're not really looking for a big mouthful of fat. The last thing you need to do is pull off that silver skin, get up under it, and grab it with a paper towel and rip it off. Now for the flavors, I like to rub it down with some mustard, and then I like to add some seasoning. Go with a salt, pepper, garlic. That's a really just good basic barbecue classic combo. And then I also hit it with my PK rub, my pork rub from Spiceology. It's got some good color, a little bit of heat, and a little bit of sweetness with some coconut sugar and some brown sugar. Do that on the back side until it glistens, then go ahead and do it on the top side. All right, we've got the grill set up to 225 degrees. You want to have an indirect heat zone. This is the big green egg. The way I'm doing that is I've got the diffuser plate that's set inside. You want to make sure it's indirect so you don't cook these too fast. Also, you want to space them out a bit so that they've got some room to breathe to form that bark. After the first 3 hours, this is part of the 3-2-1, the 3-hour mark, you're going to get a really beautiful bark on it. That's when it's time to go to the next phase, phase 2. This is going to be the 2-hour mark where we're going to wrap it up with some flavors. I take 1 stick of butter and I slice it vertically into 4 pieces. I put 2 sticks on the bottom along with a couple tablespoons of brown sugar, some hot honey, or you could use regular honey, as well as more of my pork rub. Then, this is important, put the meat side down. We're gonna braise these ribs, so you want the meat side down so it's down there getting all those great juices. Then I add the other 2 slices of butter on top, along with the rest of the brown sugar, again, just a couple tablespoons. You do not have to be exact here, just get it, generously covered. Then again, hit it with the honey and more of the rub. Then you wanna wrap this up tight. Here I'm showing you an example of 12-inch foil. It's sometimes not wide enough with your ribs, and that's okay. That's why we've got this second piece of foil. I'm gonna wrap up this first piece tightly, and then I'm gonna turn it so I can cover the part here that's open and exposed. That way we've got everything in here nice and tight, and it's ready to go back onto the smoker. It's not gonna be collecting a lot of smoke right now because it is wrapped, but we are gonna continue cooking it at 225, again, indirect. Close that lid, then take them out of the wrapper and put them back on the smoker. Depending on how flexible they are is how long you're gonna need to cook them. You wanna sauce them, you wanna cook them for up to an hour, but it really might only take 30 minutes if they're already super tender. Just keep an eye out for them. Look for the areas to start splitting on top. That's when you know they are fall off the bone. You can also probe it if you're in the 210 to 215 range for internal temp. They are gonna be perfectly fall off the bone. If you're doing competition ribs, that's a little something different. Go to my website to learn more about that. In the meantime, get this full recipe at girlscangrill.com. Please like, follow, and subscribe to get more recipes like this. Thanks, guys.